person who is selling $1 billion project. This is the bottom line for everyone. The time they become a 10 crore user customer base, just imagine if you have become a 10 crore customer base in 10 months. Now just putting 100 rupees there becomes 1,000 crore of revenue. Pure revenue.
हेलो एवरीवन, ये सेल्स का टॉपिक है, थोड़ा हॉट होने वाला है, थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंडिंग करने वाला है. सो आई अगेन वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ मी एंड ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ दीपक सर. एंड आई अगेन वेलकम दीपक sir for this wonderful conversation. And I would like to add one thing which is a very special. And Deepak sir got a feature in IIT Mumbai as a mentor. This is a huge respect, sir, for you, your efforts, your dedication.
Thank you very much.
This is really a very big achievement for us to listen you right now. So आज का जो topic है sales mindset. And as usually I come with lot of the questions about the sales mindset. So Deepak sir,
I'll try my level best to answer all your questions and to clear all your doubts on that. So don't worry.
perfect. दीपक सर, मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन यही रहेगा कि बहुत सारे लोग जो सेल्स ऑफिसर्स हैं या जो सेल्स प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, उनके दिमाग में एक चीज हमेशा चलती है कि यार मेरे को सेल करना है. मैंने बहुत सारे बार ये भी ऑब्जर्व किया है कि जो सेल्स प्रोफेशनल्स होते हैं वो लोग आते हैं एंड डायरेक्टली पिच करना शुरू कर देते हैं. सो मुझे एक बेसिक क्वेश्चन मेरे दिमाग में आता है कि पहले तो ये क्वेश्चन है कि सेल्स माइंडसेट होता क्या चीज है, आप थोड़ा उसके बारे में एलिब्रेट कीजिए. एंड दूसरा, सेल्स माइंडसेट होना क्या चाहिए. ठीक है, फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट जो लोगों के दिमाग में चल रहा है कि सेल्स को लेके ऐसा है, ठीक है, तो उसके अलावा सेल्स माइंड क्या चीज होता है, व्हाट इज द सेल्स माइंडसेट ऑफ द पीपल. प्लीज ओवर टू यू.
Okay, thank you very much, Amit. Thank you for conducting this, meaningful session and, over the weekend, taking out time and, having my views, having me on this platform. Thank you very much for this. This is a lot of efforts from your side. And I think, because of these efforts and the consistency on the LinkedIn and other social media platform, wherever we are contributing, that's the result. Basically, like, IIT team spotted me and then reached to me and then, offered me to be a mentor in their, e-summit. Basically, that's a e-summit cell, which is actually, inviting all these startups, entrepreneurs, and all, and they would be pitching in front of the elite investors as the IIT Mumbai can afford to have. So we have to make them ready how to pitch to the investors. So answering your question, that comes from that only. Like, for me, you can connect the dots backwards only. So I think your question and having me into the IIT mentorship, that's I think like our connections. So like when these investors or these startup founders would be pitching and would be preparing themselves to pitch in front of the investor, and they would be raising funds. But bottom line is that they would be selling a stake of their company, their startup, to the investor and the buyers, potential buyers, right? So the basic mindset is for doing any business and for doing any profession, service. If you are ready to serve, then conversions and getting anything out of your life is not difficult. And why I say so? So it's like ask these questions on the behalf of a lot of millennials, I believe, lot of the freshers who are just coming into the market and want to have the right mindset of sales, right? So seeing that, that's their soft corner in that case. And this the analogy, like I'm just cooking up right now, but this is which is always ready in my mind. So how do you approach a girl? All these people either would be having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right? Those who are coming to sales or who want to be coming into the sales. So how do you approach to your prospective right better half or prospective right girlfriend or boyfriend? Do you straightforwardly go to them and, hey, I want to be your boyfriend, or hey, I want to be your girlfriend, that's it, let's update? That doesn't happen that way, right? What happens that you understand some patterns of the person you are attracted toward. You see a potential in them that this is the person who is having the potential to be my boyfriend or to be my girlfriend, right? And then you try to understand their know-hows, their behaviors, what their likings are, what their dislikings are. And then you try to show in a way that you are someone who have some sort of similar taste. And slowly and gradually, you first of all get to know each other. Then you try to be the friend in the friend zone area, which is very famous again in the millennials. And then, at the right time, at the right point, you propose with gift in hand or flower in hand, some chocolate in hand. That's how the, entire process is. So sales is, my dear friend, is not any different from proposing to a girl or a boy or whatever the, your life partner would be. It's all same. You need to understand your customer first. You need to understand what their patterns are, what their likings are, what their dislikings are, right? So that when you go in front of them, you don't commit any of those mistakes by which they get offended or they go pissed off, right? Then you try to know them by talking to them. You try to be friend of them. That means that a trust need to be developed. And then at the right time, you pitch your product. You tell them that this is the moment where I can help you. Service mindset need to be developed. This is a time I can help you, and I can help you and than any other person in the market, because I have been knowing you for a time. I have understood, your what you feel, what you don't feel about, what you like, what you don't like about this particular piece, whatever the thing you are, selling. And then make your offer, and there are high chances that you would be accepted as is, right? So having the service mindset is very, very important. That's the bottom line. You just can't be greedy. You just can't be, just making quick money. That mindset is not going to take you anywhere. And this is applicable even to a credit card seller, or even a person who is selling an iPhone, a person who is selling $1 billion project. This is the bottom line for everyone. All these processes need to happen. It's just a matter that if you are selling the small ticket size product, all these processes would happen very fast.
Yeah.
But if this is a big ticket size of deal, a 10 million, 100 million, or $1 billion deal, then definitely it would have their own gestation period. It would have their own courtship period, and then it would eventually turn to the marriage or turn to the acceptance of the proposal or the business, right? But the process will remain same. You cannot deny to the process. Hope I answer your question, though I elaborated with some different analogy, but that's how I talk about sales, because sales is a way of life for me. It's not something which was just a separate profession. It's involved in everywhere. Whatever the aspect I look at, I can find sales happen.
Perfect.
Right?
And one thing I would like to add, that analogy is superb because it is directly connected to all the young entrepreneurs. Okay, so I missed here. If I have to propose someone, so before proposing, I have to prepare all the other aspect as well. Perfect, wonderful. It means that service mindset. Perfectly, Deepak sir. But do you know one thing, Deepak sir, when I connect with a lot of the people and talking about the serving, talking about this service mindset, I have a lot of the counter questions. So that same question I would like to throw through you. And how can we develop the service mindset? Because everybody in every sales pitch, people, either coaches and trainers, taught their people, you just go and start to marketing and start to pitching. Even I don't think so they have the scripted of the pitch. मुझे बोलना क्या है पहले 30 seconds के अंदर. So my next question should be कि वो service mindset develop कैसे करते हैं? But is the process of developing the service mindset, sales mindset develop करने का step कुछ है या process कैसा है? Kindly elaborate on that.
Okay, so like you want a theoretical, difficult answer, you want a very, very quick and crisp answer.
Detailed answer, ताकि everybody understand the step. How
No, you want a theoretically detailed, difficult answer, or you want a simple, sweet, and easy answer?
Simple, sweet, and easy.
Right. Because usually what happens that, when we see the simple thing in a complex way, we start finding the complex answers to that.
Yeah, understood.
Right. So let's keep it very, very simple. And you need not to develop any kind of the service mindset.
Oh.
The bottom line is this. Why? Because this mindset is already within us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We are always in service mindset. It's just that we do not pay attention to that.
Oh, okay.
Let's say like now you have a family. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your kid asks for something, or your parents ask for something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you every time ask for money? Do you every time ask that what I will get in the return?
No.
Right. That means the service mindset is there, right? And this would be with everyone. So would be watching this or whosoever is watching it, this would be there, right? When the family asks something, you don't think about anything else. You don't think about that, what will I get? Even if you are on job, that's the mission critical job. But if somebody at family is sick or get hospitalized, your priorities suddenly change, right?
Okay.
And then even the mission critical job is not important for you, not the priority for you. Your priority is your family. You never ask that what I will get in return of that service, going to meet the family or going to take care of the family, right? You never ask for those things because that's already there. Nobody told you that what to do when a family member is sick, when a family member needs you, when a friends needs you. Whenever on a personal ground this is happening, you never think about this even for a second thought.
Okay.
You never give that second thought that what I will get. मुझे मिलने क्या वाला है, मैं आपकी मदद करूंगा या मैं आपके लिए दवाई ले आऊंगा, मैं आपको खाना खिला दूंगा, मुझे क्या मिलेगा? You never ask. That's already there. It's just that we don't focus, right? So focus is what that this is a very, very minute thing. Like, you have to be very, very targeted, right? My mentor used to say this, what we focus on expands.
Yeah.
So the problem is that we are getting very quick to close that sale. So we are getting focused on that greed mindset, and that's why that greed mindset is expanding and taking more of your conscious mindset. However, the time we switch it, and this is a simple switch. It's like switch on the light and we switch on the, even if we shut down the laptop, we will just switch, right? Switch off. The service mindset is getting activated that way only. It's not a rocket science. I'll just give you a, very, very quick. So let's do a practical thing. And it would be a very, very practical thing.
Please.
Everybody like Sunny, Vasundhara is there, and Amit, you are there. So wherever you are sitting right now, whether it's a room, whether it's a restaurant, even if you are on road and having the headphone and just watching it, thank you very much for doing that as well. So just try to do one thing. Tell me, is your room or your surrounding is something which is full of things, or it's just all blank? Like, do you have some of the things? Yeah, full of things. Okay. Yeah. So just let me do a one very, very simple this thing. Just try to locate, and I'll just count till 10. Okay, this would be very, very small experiment. I would count till 10, 1 to 10. Okay, and sitting on your chair only, just look around that how many red things you can spot. I'll start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop.
Okay.
How many things you could find?
12.
Okay, you could find 12 things, right? But when you were finding those red things, okay, could you notice that, in another word, could you count how many white things you noticed, or how many yellow things you noticed, or how many black things you noticed?
No.
Could you count the other colors things?
No.
Why?
Because that time our focus only on the red.
So that's the game-changing thing. Where you focus, you won't be able to find anything else. Whether it may be the most precious, even the some gold pot even is in your room, right? But you cannot notice that because the focus is the counting that red things in the room, right? The room is full of other things, and even if you start counting the white things, you would find that these are much more in number in the room itself. But you did not notice that how many of the things were white because your focus was for red things, right?
Yeah, perfect.
You could get the complete details of the red things, like 12 things you could watch. Even if I ask you that, what were those things, you can recall those things, right or wrong. That is the mindset. You don't need a rocket science to understand this mindset. You just need to activate it. Switch on, switch off. That's it. So if this happens, like focusing on red is your mind focus. If I give you another command, count the white things, you will start counting the white things. You would not count red, even ki 12 hai bhi wapas ki nahi.
Yeah, agree.
Right? So that's the same thing. It's up to you what you want to do with your thoughts, with your brain, with your mind. If you want to focus on service, you would focus on service. Come what may, you can't change your focus, right? And if you want to focus on greed, if you want to focus on quick tip monies, obviously you would make quick tip money, but you would not focus on service.
Perfect.
And believe me, my friends, both the things cannot go hand in hand.
Agreed.
If you want to play a long game here, if you want to play a bigger game here, you have to focus on service, not on money. And I'll just relate you with a very, very, hot shot example. See, Indian telecom market was full of, competition and everything, right?
Yes.
Airtel was there, cutthroat competition with Vodafone there, cutthroat competition of Idea was there, and God knows, like Vodafone was in thousands of crore of loss. Idea was not doing anything great. Airtel was surviving somehow, right? So do you think that any kind of the sensible businessman would try to jump into this market where, already out of like Alcatel, there was ASL, there was BSNL, Tata Docomo, already set their stop, right? Facing those losses. And nobody could survive, like Tata House having failed. Do you think that any sensible businessman would try to jump into this business? Why the hell somebody would come and just burn their money? There's no point. Even Reliance was shut down. Reliance Communication was shutting down, right? But at that time, while everybody was focusing on making profits, on cutting costs, Jio came with a service mindset. The only tagline which they said, you will never pay for a voice call. And that was it.
Game changer.
Whatever the entire telecom industry accomplished in 15 years, Jio accomplished alone in 15 months. Because their focus was not that, I would not get SIM का पैसा नहीं मिलेगा, मेरे को subscription का पैसा कैसे मिलेगा, मैं इनको फ्री में क्यों दे दूं, मेरा तो नुकसान हो जाएगा. But when you have a vision, expanded vision, you don't think about small game. Because if Jio would have given this with, even if the, lowest price, this would have become a price game. But what Jio did, Jio made it a service game. And the entire business changed. Jio never faced a financial year loss.
Yeah.
the kind of losses Idea was facing, the kind of losses Vodafone was facing, the kind of, cash burn Airtel was doing. Jio never faced the financial losses. They focused on service, and with service, free service, they acquired a customer base. The time they become a 10 crore user customer base, just imagine if you have become a 10 crore customer base in 10 months. Now just putting 100 rupees there becomes 1,000 crore revenue, pure revenue. So it's for the smallest people, it's for the biggest people. Any business, you see, look around. Today, a lot of this social media is full with the Zerodha's success. Like they have made around 2,500 crore plus in profit in broking segment, which is the biggest profit in entire broking industry. While their competition are still in thousands of crore in losses, Grow and Upstock and Motilal Oswal, these people are still making losses, accumulating losses. But Zerodha made it a profit of 2,500 crore, and that to pure bootstrapped company. How they made it? They started with service 8 years back, 10 years back. And they started from ground zero. They were not funded like Reliance. They were not funded like Paytm. They were not funded at all. They bootstrapped. They started with the service. They started with free exchange platform. And when you come with a mindset of service, there is no way that you would not succeed. But the intentions will be very, very, very pure, and you would succeed. Money is always a byproduct. It has to be of service, which has to be in place. So if you want to sell well, first of all, have the focus on service. How I'm going to deliver the value to the customer? What could I do better for the customer? Forget about money part. You can't give them Ross's chocolate, or you can't give them the bouquets and flowers and all these things. But can you talk to them sensible for a minute? Can you talk to them? And if you can do that, sensible talk, because they are listening to all crap from all salesy people. But if one person talk to them in sensible way, it's going to change the entire game.
Yeah, understood.
So that's why it's not required, or there's no rocket science, there's no tape, there is no magic pill to develop a mindset, service mindset. It's already there. You just start focusing on that.
Amazing. It's a game changer, exactly. I hope those people are watching right now have get the idea about that service mindset.